Shocking Alberta setback. Pierre Poilievre faces growing trouble in his own backyard. Pierre Poilievre, the current leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, is encountering significant hurdles as he attempts to secure his position and regain a seat in the House of Commons. His political aspirations are under increasing threat, particularly from external groups that are complicating his return to parliamentary life. This situation has become more intricate as the political environment evolves, drawing attention to both the immediate challenges he faces and broader implications for Canada's democratic processes. Recently, Damon Kurek, who previously held the MP seat for Carleton, made a notable sacrifice by stepping down just months before becoming eligible for his pension. This decision was strategically aimed at providing Poilievre with a clearer path to run in an upcoming by-election. Kurek's selflessness not only underscores loyalty within party ranks, but also highlights the high stakes involved for Poilievre as he navigates a tumultuous political landscape. However, this well-planned maneuver is now at risk due to the emergence of the Longest Ballot Committee, a group whose recent actions threaten to disrupt the electoral process in Alberta. The Longest Ballot Committee has gained notoriety for its unconventional tactics aimed at advocating for electoral reform in Canada. Mobilizing nearly 80 candidates to run in Poilievre's riding, the group's strategy appears focused on overwhelming the ballot to draw attention to their cause. They assert that the current electoral system, which allows politicians to control election laws, fosters a significant conflict of interest. To address this, they propose transferring control to a nonpartisan body that would oversee electoral processes. However, their methods, flooding the ballot with candidates, raise critical questions about the efficacy and sincerity of their approach. Critics argue that this tactic could undermine the democratic process by creating confusion among voters, detracting from informed decision-making. As Poilievre gears up to contest the Battle River Crowfoot riding in the upcoming by-election, the stakes are exceptionally high. The political environment is fraught with challenges, and he must contend not only with opposition from the Longest Ballot Committee, but also with shifting sentiments among the electorate. His recent electoral defeat in Carleton, where the presence of multiple candidates diluted the vote, serves as a stark reminder of the potential pitfalls he faces. The cluttered ballot could confuse voters and ultimately jeopardize his chances of returning to Parliament. Prime Minister Carney has indicated that the by-election will be called swiftly, which could present Poilievre with a crucial opportunity to recapture his seat. Yet, the looming threat posed by the Longest Ballot Committee's disruptive tactics complicates this scenario. Their actions could further entrench public perceptions of political interference, raising questions about the legitimacy of the electoral process and the integrity of democracy in Canada. The situation also highlights a broader debate regarding the control of election laws in Canada. The Longest Ballot Committee's call for a nonpartisan body to oversee electoral regulations resonates with some citizens but prompts essential questions about its feasibility and effectiveness. Who would constitute this independent body, and how can it be ensured that it truly represents the diverse views of Canadians? This debate reflects deeper concerns about voter disenfranchisement and the accessibility of the electoral process, issues that have become increasingly pertinent in recent years. Recent electoral irregularities in Alberta have prompted Premier Danielle Smith to initiate reforms aimed at improving the integrity of the voting process. These changes are a response to mounting concerns about transparency and fairness in elections. Smith's willingness to amend the system highlights the necessity for vigilance in maintaining a fair electoral landscape, as well as the importance of addressing the concerns raised by various stakeholders. Similar reforms may be necessary across Canada to protect the electoral process from further disruptions and to foster a more transparent and accountable system. As Poilievre prepares for this pivotal moment in his political career, he must navigate both external interference and internal party dynamics. The tactics employed by the Longest Ballot Committee, while possibly stemming from a desire for reform, risk overshadowing the fundamental principles of democratic engagement. Their focus on disruption rather than constructive dialogue raises critical questions about their true intentions and the potential consequences for Canada's political landscape. The upcoming by-election will test not only Poilievre's leadership, but also the resilience of Canada's democratic institutions. As the nation observes these developments, The implications of this political drama extend beyond the immediate stakes for Poilievre. They invite a broader examination of the health of democracy in Canada, the role of external influences on elections, and the pathways to meaningful electoral reform. In navigating this complex landscape, Poilievre must articulate a clear vision for his leadership while addressing the pressing concerns raised by groups like the Longest Ballot Committee. The outcomes of the by-election could influence not only his political future but also the integrity of Canada's electoral system. As he faces these challenges, the need for a robust defense of democratic principles becomes increasingly apparent. The situation serves as a reminder that the health of any democracy relies on transparent processes, informed citizen participation, and the ability to engage in meaningful discourse about the future of electoral governance. As Canadians continue to grapple with issues of trust in political institutions, Poilievre's response to the Longest Ballot Committee's actions will be closely scrutinized. How he addresses these challenges could define his leadership and set the tone for the Conservative Party moving forward. Ultimately, as Poilievre looks to reclaim his position in the House of Commons, he must confront the realities of a political environment that is not only competitive but also fraught with challenges that could reshape the future of Canadian politics. The actions of the Longest Ballot Committee, while potentially misguided in their approach, highlight ongoing tensions within the electoral system that demand attention and resolution. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the outcomes of this struggle will resonate far beyond the immediate context, shaping the future of democracy in Canada for years to come. The coming months will be crucial as Poilievre navigates this complex political terrain. His ability to connect with voters, articulate a clear and compelling vision for the future, and respond effectively to both internal and external pressures will be pivotal. The Longest Ballot Committee's efforts, while disruptive, serve as a reminder of the diverse voices and perspectives that exist within Canadian society. Engaging with these voices, rather than dismissing them, could provide Poilievre with an opportunity to strengthen his leadership and build a more inclusive political platform. As the electoral landscape shifts, the necessity for constructive dialogue and genuine reform becomes paramount. The health of Canada's democracy depends not just on the actions of political leaders, but also on the active participation and engagement of citizens. Poilievre's response to this moment will not only impact his political future, but also influence the broader discourse on electoral integrity and reform in Canada.